I'd like to welcome everybody to today's webinar. My name is Sean Kozak, the founder of NeuroStreet, and you're in for a really good presentation. We're going to be covering the Mastermind program and essentially everything associated with our Mastermind trading program, the frameworks, the strategies, the process, how we bring traders from A to Z, ultimately the fast track learning process to get traders profitable. Essentially, the main objective of the event is to talk about results. This is not a webinar on indicators. This is not a webinar on, trading rooms. This is a webinar on success. This is a webinar on where the majority of our successful traders are. This is a webinar on how they became successful, what we can do to help you become successful, and to peel away the layers of the onion, so to speak, so that we can ultimately demystify some of the false beliefs that we have as traders and get ourselves into the right frame of thinking. And if you have any questions, type them in the chat box. If you can't stay for the entire webinar, let us know and we'll send you the recording. You're here, so you'll definitely get an email with that. And once again, thanks for your attendance. We always appreciate you being here and sharing like-minded interests with traders. The objective is to get you to where you need to be. So we call this the Navy SEALs of trading because ultimately there's a big disconnect between what traders think needs to happen and what actually needs to happen in this business. And what ends up happening is a lot of traders will go through a journey and they don't realize the journey that they're about to get on. And what I've learned real quickly in this industry is that if we can get you to your results faster, that's really why you're here. It's really all you came here for, is to get, to get successful. You didn't come here to listen to a bunch of information. This is not a webinar of information. This is a webinar of transformation. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to cover a quick disclaimer and get into the brass tacks of it, because we're not here to guarantee results, but we're going to be talking a lot about performance. We're going to be talking about trades, actual fills, real trades, things that were done in our trading room in our communities by traders. So I just want to make sure that you know that we're not here to give you advice, and we're not here to recommend buying and selling or anything of the nature. We're here to provide information on our products and services. And if you think this is what you're looking for, which we're pretty sure it will be, we can help you. Okay. So we're going to go over all of these topics. We're going to talk about purpose. We're going to talk about successful trades. We're going to talk about myths versus truths. We're going to go over being aware and how to become in control of your environment, which is really, really important. We're going to talk about the 4 phases of shadow trading. We're going to get into building a needs assessment and a trading plan. We're going to talk about what it's like to be able to work with an instructor, a hands-on experience environment where we assess your trading logs and we assess your trade journals and we go over everything you've done so that we can help you become a very successful trader. And then what we're going to do is we're going to ultimately go over real trading logs. I think the most important thing you need to know is that other traders are very successful, and it is possible. It is possible to be very successful in this industry, and it's also very possible to struggle for the rest of your history. And you have to make a choice. Do you want to succeed, or do you want to stay stuck? And we all know the answer, but not everybody's prepared to do what it takes. And so what we'd like to do here is show you that it's possible and get you to the promised land. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and we make it easy. Okay. So we're going to talk about the private trade rooms that we run in the chat room environments where we post our levels. One of the things that we do is we provide levels for our students so that you can understand where we're taking trades and you understand what they are. And then at the end of this, we're going to go over the time value trade-off and ultimately how you can enroll in the application process, because the Mastermind is an application program. You don't just buy it, you have to apply for it. And if you're accepted, we will work with you and we will bring you into the program, bring you into the private group, because we've got a lot of very serious traders in the Mastermind and we don't just let a bunch of people come in just at whim. So we're excited to work with you. And if you possess the willingness to learn, we can help you. But we need to make sure that you're on the same wavelength as the successful traders are, right? And let's kind of put things 2 and 2. So I'm not here to give you any fluff or snake oil. One thing I'm known for in this industry is being pretty hardcore. I say it as it is. I'm not here to make a bunch of friends. I've got enough friends. I'm here to convert you into becoming successful traders. That's what we built the business around. We're not here to false hopes or dreams or anything in nature, right? It's very serious. Trading is a very serious business. A lot of people don't talk about it as much like I do, and I don't know why. I don't understand it. We're dealing with your bank accounts. It's a pretty serious topic, right? And you know, I don't know where you're from or what your history's been, if you work or if you have a business or you don't work or if you have money or if you don't. But at the end of the day, when your money's on the line, it's a pretty serious discussion. Okay. You know, money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys you choices. And, you know, depending on the choices that you have the opportunity to have in your life can dictate how happy you become as an individual. So that's why I take it quite serious. If you ever want to talk to me or if you ever want to talk to any of our people, we're an email or phone call away. We have an open door policy, but all that we care about is that you learn the strategies, you learn the software, you learn how we trade, and then you get good so that you can go live and you can scale it. And if you don't have money, we have partners in the industry that can fund you, several of them, as long as you're a good trader. And we do produce a lot of funded traders. Okay. So this has been a proven process. We worked with a lot of people. And I hope that after today's event, we have the privilege of working with you. So I want to ask you guys some questions. It's a pretty personal question. And I truly think that, you know, a lot of times when I bring this to these events and a lot of people see me talk about this, they always ask me, why do I lead with this? And the answer is simple, because a lot of traders are walking around like zombies. They're not awake to the realities of what's going on. They're in their own make-believe environment that they can actually do this without realizing what's going on. And what I want to do is I want to see where you're at mentally and emotionally as a trader. I'm known for taking the worst traders, like I'm talking the worst of the worst traders, and getting them consistently profitable. That is where I stand as a skill set. I've worked with lots of students, and I've taken traders from breaking the bank and blowing out accounts to being funded and trading live accounts at large scale. So if I can do it with them, I can do it with you. But in order for me to do that, I need to know where your head's at. Okay. And like any good coach, we're going to ask some really fact-finding questions in here. Why did you get into the business? Can you tell me that? Can you guys just do me a favor and just be as interactive as possible in here? Because in order for me to do my job in here, I need you to let me know. And if you could just type, was it family? You want to travel more, better lifestyle, freedom? I will not be continuing the presentation until I see interactiveness from the community. So one of the rules I have when we present these environments is if you communicate with us, and we'll continue the presentation. I need to know where you're at. I need to know who you are, why you came into this business, why are you trading? What is the real reason why you're trading? Is it you want to have income, you want time freedom, you want to spend more time with family? Michael says income for retirement. Is Michael the only person in here listening? Help me out, guys. Why are you here? Al, Charlie, Confessor, Doctor, Ed, Israel, Jesus, Jim, Kevin, Larry, Lionel. Why are you guys in this business? Lou, Lucas, Manuel, Michael. Tell me, are you here to travel? Run around the world in a portable business? What is it? Tapas, Warren, Wayne, Sayed, Ryan, Miran. Larry wants it for income. Michael, make money, efficiency. Pursue your passions. What about you, Wayne? What about you, Tapas? Syed, Ryan? What about you, Ronald, Miran, Michael, Lucas, Lou? Talk to me. The reason I ask this question is because you'd be surprised how many different answers we get. We got a lot of people putting in different answers. Passion, learn how to beat the market, trying to find a job in a third world country, all this kind of stuff, right? Efficiency, tired, retired, income. Okay. So let me kind of just be the bearer of reality. And you're not wrong, but there's disillusion here. And the disillusion is that all of that other stuff matters. All of the stuff that you put in here is fine, but it's not the primary. The primary needs to be money. It has to be money. It cannot be any of the other stuff, guys. It can't be family. It can't be retirement. It can't be your job. It can't be the world traveling in a laptop. It can't be a better lifestyle and all that funny business that marketers try to hype up these webinars and try to entice the weak trader's mindset to buy a bunch of programs. That's not what this is about. Wall Street is about making money. And there is no way that you will be able to have that freedom to go about doing all these other things that you see on this page here unless you have money coming in on a consistent basis as a trader. Okay. And so what I always tell traders is that we're only going to focus on getting you good at making money so that all these other realities that you want to be your truth become a real choice for you. How many of you guys can be okay with that? Give me a yes. Just type a Y in the chat box. Moving forward, if you're okay that my only focus in here is teaching you how to get really good at making money in the market so that all that other stuff becomes your reality. I don't really care where your family lives or how many kids you got or if you want to travel or if you have a nice yacht or if you lost your job or you're in some random country trying to find work. None of that matters to me. I'm a trader and we run a trading school and we teach traders how to make money. That's it. That's our business mandate. Okay, everything else you can do on your own. But my job is to get you consistently profitable as a trader, right? I see a bunch of yeses coming in, so that means you're now on the same page as me, okay? I say this honestly, guys, because it's really important, right? It's rather important, okay? So objective number 1 is get you consistent. Objective number 2 is show you how we've been able to do this for other people. So it's not just about me being successful or our instructors being successful. It's about you seeing a lot of other users' success, like trades from other traders and trading journals. Like, is if you just think that one person's successful, that's not accurate. We've got a lot of success in what we do and across a lot of people. But I need to be able to show you that it's actually possible so that you can actually work with experienced traders, right? Like my objective is to get you working with experienced traders. So I'll give you an example of what it looks like to go from really, really struggling to success. A gentleman named David, he reached out to me and he said, you know, Sean, it was a really, really huge win joining the Mastermind because I was blowing out my trading accounts with COVID and I needed to learn how to do this. So when he came to the Mastermind, immediately he was able to transform himself into becoming a good trader and became funded with a prop firm. You don't go from blowing out trading accounts into a very short period of time being a funded prop firm trader. It's just not possible unless something pivotal happened in the process, right? You either had to really learn something good or you have a good system or you became a great trader in combination with a good system. You don't do that normally. And most people don't do it on their own. Okay. In fact, nobody does it on their own. There is not one trader that I've ever met in my life that did not learn how to become better in this industry unless they listened to someone that knew more than them. And that's what today's event is about giving you an environment of very successful people that are here to guide you to where you need to be. And if you think that that's not necessary, I've got a rude awakening for you. There's a reason why 90% of people do not make it in this business is because they try to do it on their own. Everybody of high level success gets a coach. Everybody of high level success in any industry follows a mentor. Okay. So here's some examples of traders just sending us screenshots of their performance on daily basis and watch lists. And, you know, whether your goal is $1,000 a day or $500 a day, I really don't like focusing on the money. I don't mean the money as a culprit. I mean the money amount, whether it's $100 or it's $100,000. It's the same to me because 10 ticks is 10 ticks, 10 pips is 10 pips. 50 cents is 50 cents. Whatever you're trading, it's about the skill. Okay, it's about the skill set. If you get good at the skill set, you will get very good at producing consistent revenue returns on that skill set. If you think that it's just about making $1,000 a day, any monkey in a banana can go into the market, click the button, make $1,000 by accident, and they think they're the next George Soros. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to talk a little bit about user success. I apologize if you hear a dog in the background. I'm babysitting a puppy. Give me a second. I'm going to close my door. The reason I just keep showing any of the discussions and the topics in hand, I'll answer them if they're on topic. If they're not on topic, I'll respond at the end of the event. So the key here is just, I want to show you what traders send us when they trade with us, right? Like I want to talk to you about traders when they're succeeding, like to share their success. And I really think that it's important that you get in the habit of wanting to share your success. I don't know where you're at as a trader, but when you're in the mastermind, one of the things that we do is we get our students to post their trades daily, their profit and loss daily, their winning percentages on a consistent basis. And the reason we do this is because we're actually doing really, really good at trading. Like we're really good traders. We have a lot of very successful, profitable traders. So we really like to share that. Right. And if you're in an environment that's not your reality right now, well, we can change that. We truly can. So let me share with you a few things that we have to do in order for you to become a mastermind thinker, so to speak, right? Like we'll teach you the indicators. We'll talk about all the indicators and the systems and all that, but that's really not the solution. That's only a very, very small part of the solution. Okay. First and foremost, a myth in this business, and I like to talk about myths versus truth, is that myths are not true. Like they're not reality. And the reality is that not everybody can succeed. Like that's just, I'd love to be able to tell you that everyone in here is destined to be a profitable trader. That's actually not true. Like I don't like to say it, but it's the truth. I'm a realist in this business. And the only way that you will become very profitable is if you become a great trader. You have to become a great trader. You have to be good at what this business. It's like being an electrician. You're not going to get hired unless you're really good at being an electrician. You're not going to be a good doctor unless you're really good at being a good doctor. Like you have to be a great trader, or there's no return on your time or your money. So here's an example of trades that were taken on volume profile strategies that we trade. We trade several systems. We have several strategies, but the primary focus for futures and Forex is volume analysis, volume and directional analysis for institutional auctions. And we also have stock trading where we trade sector analysis and fundamental scans and gap scanners for small caps. But this is an example of a profile trade and in a live account and just a couple contracts. May not seem like a lot, but it is actually a lot because it's not about the money, it's about the skill set. It really is about the skill set because when you get in and you can do that on a regular basis, then you can take that trade and you can amplify the result based on scale. Most people are not patient enough to scale their business, but they don't realize that they're capable of doing it. You all have the potential to scale a large trading account once you're good trading a small trading account. Okay. So another myth is that everybody's destined to trade the same way. Newsflash, we're not the same people. I'm not you and you're not me. And I probably don't ever want to be me and I definitely don't want to be you, but we both want to make money. So what do I mean by we can't trade the same? Well, how we all enter trades may be the same off the signal, but how we manage ourselves and we manage the positions is all going to be dictated based off human sentiment, temperament, emotional management, your skill set, your ability to process data under pressure, all these things, right? So what we do is we talk to you about embracing you as a signature trader. We may all be trading the same level, but some of you might scalp that level. Some of you might day trade that level. Some of you might have 3 exits, 1 exit. Some of you are good at trailing stops. Some of you aren't, right? Like there's different ways to manage positions, but you need to know yourself. If you know you can't sit in the market for long periods of time because you go crazy, then you shouldn't be trading with more than one target. And you should probably be going in with larger size and scaling shorter targets. But how do we know that? Well, we need to teach you that. What if you're somebody that has no problem getting in and no problem sitting through larger trades? Well, then you can trade with larger objectives with less size. You can be, swing for the fences, so to speak. But the main thing here is you need to know you, and we're going to teach you who you are through the process of the mastermind, because many of you don't even know who you are. I know it's a bold statement for me to come out on the mic and say that, but a lot of you don't know who you are as a trader yet. You think you do. And knowledge does not equate skill in this business. You could be intelligent through the roof. You could be an engineer with 5 degrees, and you could be a millionaire with a nice house and a nice yacht and be blowing money as a trader because you just don't know what you're doing yet. Maybe that's not your reality, maybe it is. But I can assure you this, that when you embrace who you are as a trader, your paradigms will definitely change. Here's an example of that just in its entirety. This is an example of order flow setups, trading very, very large size for very short objectives. How is it any different than the other trade? It's the same tick distance, it's just larger size. Those levels that the entries are on, those are volume levels. Okay, we trade auction levels. Okay, you don't need a whole lot of movement to make a whole lot of money in the markets. You just need to know when they're expected to move and consistently do so on a repeatable basis. Okay, so let's talk about another myth. All traders who put in the work can trust in the ability to produce results. One thing that really most people don't understand is that trading is not about how much work you put in. Really isn't. Most people are used to thinking that the more you sit behind the screens and the more time you study and the more time you do this, that it's going to produce a result. That's not true. Because the wrong effort and the wrong practice and the wrong information can produce the wrong result. So you need to be able to believe in your abilities. And the only way you're going to believe in your abilities to produce a result is if you're actually learning from people that are able to demonstrate it in front of you. How is this any different than sports? How is this any different than going to college and taking a co-op to be a dentist? You need to go on the job. You need to watch somebody do it. You need to see that they're doing it. And then you need to learn how to do it so that you can do your job. How is this any different? Traders don't get it. They go to a webinar, they go to YouTube, they listen to a sales pitch on some marketer, and then they think that they're just going to go and open up a trading account, put some freaking MACDs and some Bollinger Bands on your chart, and you're going to start making $1,000 a day. Not happening. That's not this business. It never was. Somewhere along the lines, traders thought that that's happening. Not going to buy Renko bars and listen to the next signal. It's not going to change your destiny. You need to see traders trade in front of you. How many of you guys would agree that that's important? To watch successful traders trade consistently profitable in front of you so that you can actually learn what they're doing. Give me a yes if that makes a little bit more sense than trying to figure it out on your own. Here's some trades that we're taking in our students' trade room. These levels were posted by my instructors. These are pre-planned environments. Everybody knew where they were getting in before we got in. We don't chase the market, guys. We're not reactive traders. We're proactive traders. We know in advance where we want to do things and why. We know we want to get in for a long or get in for a short because of reasons of logic, not because we just want to buy or sell. It has to be based off a reason. And our reasons for getting into trade are based off things that most people don't even know what's going on in the markets. We use institutional auction nodes, volume cliffs, low volume analysis. We use multiple time frame analysis, VWAP analysis, trend analysis. There's a lot of things that we do that most people don't even know is even possible. And we've got indicators that will produce where the volume locations are on the auction so you can see where these areas are in advance. Plus, we post them for you so that you can follow the trades. Okay? So let's talk about this last one here. Everybody who is a trader can depend on their money. I wish that was true. I really do wish it was true. I know that there's this underlying sense of fear across everybody that, you know, what if I take a loss, or what if I lose money today? And I know that's not healthy, but it's reality. And the only way to fix that is twofold. You need to become a great trader, and you need to have a really good trading system. You cannot be a good trader and have a terrible trading system. You're not going to make money. And you can't have a good trading system and be a terrible trader. Like, you're going to lose money. So the reason I always end with this is because we have a very profitable trading system. We know this because we have a lot of very successful traders who have trading journals, and we study their performance, and my instructors and ourselves included. So if we have a very good system that produces a consistent result for many traders, then we know the system's very good. So then what's the next goal? Well, make the trader very good, because we don't need to change something that's not broken, right? And that's where I think a lot of you guys are at, is you guys are testing new ideas, buying indicators, testing concepts, going to this and going to that, trying to find the next good system. I'm here to tell you that can end if you want it to. We can give you the answer and the solution if you're willing to take it and you're willing to face your own demons and fix the trader. We can do it. We got to do both. Okay, here's another example of another great trade, right? The level was hit, multiple targets, runner on the trail stop. It was a great trade. It was a great trade. These are 30-minute charts, by the way, guys. These are big time frames you're seeing, so it may look like small trades, but they're not. Okay, they're really not. Okay. So just to let you guys know that these are real trades taken in our classrooms in front of audiences, and they're filmed. We're going to show you the stats in a bit. Okay, we're going to show you stats in a bit. So I want to ask you guys a question. I think it's really important to kind of gauge where you're at as a community. I think it's good for me to know you as a student and as a trader. I'm going to run a poll in here, and if you could do me a favor, please, and I really appreciate it if you could just oh, give me 1 second. One second here, traders. I'm just going to gonna save this here so you guys can use it. There we go. So I'm gonna run a poll here, and if you can do me a favor and just tell me if you're actually struggling right now. Like if you're actually not where you want to be. You know, you've had some emotional days. Maybe you're losing some money. You know, you're getting, you know, you're feeling a bit overwhelmed or sick and tired of spending money and not getting where you want to be. And I don't know where you're at, guys, but I know that I know the trader's environment, and I'd really appreciate it if you could do me a favor and answer the poll. I'm not going to read anyone's name, and none of it's important. It doesn't matter to me. But what matters to me is that I show the consensus amongst the masses. And, you know, majority of you are probably not consistently profitable. So tell me this, if you're not consistently profitable, okay, type a yes. If you are consistently profitable, type a no. Because the only way that you're not struggling is if you're a consistently profitable trader. Now, I would humbly ask that everybody fills the form out. Unless you're on a mobile device and you can't, there should be no reason why you sit and listen to me talk and not participate in this information. It just shows where you're at. Okay. So I got 80% is sitting here saying that you're not doing so good. I got 19% saying that you're consistently profitable, right? Which is fine. Guys, struggling is part of the awareness process. To be fully aware is to be really empowered. If you can admit that you're struggling, it's really humbling to admit that you're struggling. It's really humbling to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm really passionate about this business. I really want to make good money, but what I'm doing isn't working for me and I need help. There's a really, really, really big pot of gold at the end of that awareness process. There's a light at the end of the tunnel when you're able to sit there and say that to yourself. Okay. So I got 76% of you have said you're struggling. The other 24% are saying you're doing okay, which is good to know, because that means the majority of you are here for the right reasons, right? You're here to make a difference. You're here to make a change in your outcome. Okay. So knowing that means that we're able to solve some problems here today. Here's an example of a level that we traded. It was a big trade. It was a really, really big trade. Now, these are futures and Forex levels. If you're not a futures and Forex trader and you like equities, we're going to take a look at some equity trades in just a moment, right? Because we have different rooms and different programs and so forth. But, and I'll go over questions at the end, guys, right? So just sit back and kind of wait. So this is a huge trade. This is a pre-played level. It was taken by one of our users, and they did very, very well on it. But what's really important here is that these levels are predetermined before we start trading. So you're not sitting there trying to figure out what you're doing. You know what you're doing before you do it, which is a really, really powerful place. When you know what you're going to be doing before you do it, it's a completely different way to run a business, right? And that's where a lot of traders get stuck, is they're reacting to the market. They're not being proactive to the market. Okay. So here's some examples of some scanning we did for stock trading on small caps. So we run stock trading strategies. We scan the markets. You know, it's a little bit of a different environment. So if you're a trader that trades futures and Forex or cryptos, you'll trade the levels systems we have. If you're somebody that's trading, stocks, okay, and you're wanting to trade small caps and that kind of stuff, or sector stocks, we've got that too. So these are just examples of trades that we took in the classroom, right? These are live trades, live fills, real trades that we took in front of an audience. Let's talk a little bit about the learning process, because I think it's really important you understand the learning process you guys are in right now. You guys are all at different stages of this, so we're going to talk about it. Everybody starts here. I need to learn something. I'm going to watch some online videos. I'm going to join a trading room, or I'm going to go to a YouTube channel, and I'm going to buy a video course, or I'm going to join a trading school and try to figure out their systems. Everybody starts there. That's normal. What ends up happening is they end up joining a trading room, because what they're doing is they're saying, okay, I'm going to go into a trade room. I'm going to watch traders trade so I can learn what they're doing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically start, practicing, so to speak, right? And then what ends up happening is they move into what we call solo trading, where they start doing it on their own. Now they're placing trades, whether it's in sim or in a live account, and something happens. And what happens is, the reality is, there's a huge wall between success. Everybody starts to struggle. And that's normal, because this is not the easiest business in the industry or in the world to make money in until you really understand what's going on. And even when you understand what's going on, the markets are never the same every single day. That's one of the reasons why even the best traders have bad days. Okay. The best traders have you don't hear the best real estate agents having bad days, because to sell a house is to sell a house. But you can't do that inside the markets, because you can't control the market. You can control signing contracts on a house and getting a buyer to come buy the house. You can control, meeting people and walking around and you can control that. You cannot control if some news announcement tanks the market. You can't control if some big bank wants to flip the switch. You can't control that. So you're at the mercy of the unknown, which is one of the reasons why probability assessment and strategy adjustments are really, really critical. It's also the real reason why traders realize that, holy man, there's a whole lot going on here and I need help. So what we normally tell traders to realize is that, hey, wait a second. Instead of going from here all the way back here and trying to do it on your own, which leaves it always leaves you left hanging, because everybody will go from 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 1 to 4, all the way. We built an environment that can stop that process, and we can get you through the struggle into success very quickly. It's not about a long process. It's about truly making it a fast track. We want to fast track your success so that you don't go back and keep repeating that process. So I'll give you an example of how this works. Here's the thing. If you go to a university, you'll learn a lot of theory, but that doesn't necessarily means you're going to get an employed environment. A lot of people go to university, they end up working for Starbucks with letters behind their name. True story. But there's a big disconnect between college and university, and that disconnect is hands-on help. College employs way more people than universities. And the reason college does that is their environment for the bridge between education into application. So what we do in our coaching environments is we focus on application. Obviously, we're going to teach you what you need to know, but we really focus on the application process, which is taking you by the hand and showing you what needs to be done so that you don't get information, you get transformation. Okay. And the real reason this is important is because your results depend on your ability to trade really good in live markets. Hindsight is never going to make you money. Going back and cherry picking trades is never going to make you money. You need to be able to make decisions under pressure in real time so that you can actually become really consistent. And the only way to do that is to be able to do that in an environment where other people can show you how to do that. We can show you how, and I don't just mean in a trading room. Okay, there's a few things that are missing when these trading room conversations come to mix, right? Because trading rooms are about demonstration, but it's not about truly taking it to the end result. And we're going to talk about that here in just a moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to just keep showing you examples, because I think it's critical that you understand that this is common ground, right? The big thing here is that you're just going to be able to come in and watch us trade. So one of the things that we do is we trade in front of people for a reason, because seeing is believing. And if we can peel the layers of the onion of the skepticism, it's really important to do that through demonstration. And so the reason we do this is because traders learn in different ways. But not just traders, everybody learns in different ways. Some people will learn in a group environment. Some people will learn through self-study. Some people will learn through visual cues, and some people will learn through audio cues, okay? But then there's a lot of other people that need some help, not just through all of that training, but they need some help one-on-one, right? Like there's just that you cannot trump the ability of having somebody of high level experience give you their time to help you get to where you need to be. And we all want the same results, but we all learn in different ways. So what we've done is we've made an environment that involves all of them, so that you have everything that you could possibly need to be able to get to becoming a successful trader. You're going to have trade rooms, you're going to have self-study environments, you're going to have influence from social, and you're also going to have influence from traders, one-on-one and private group environments with high-level success. Okay? So here's another example of a trade that I took in the trade room, a big ripper off an ABC Apex break. This is a huge trade. Big trade on the left, big trade on the right. It's not about the money. It's about the consistency of the trades. It really just depends on knowing what we're doing and why we're doing it, knowing when we want to trade versus when we don't want to trade, the strategy that you're using, and so forth. Okay. So how many of you guys are interested in learning why we've had so many successful traders come through our mastermind? Give me a yes if you're starting to see this as being something of interest to you. I'm going to share with you how we take a trader from struggle to success right now. I've gone over examples, I've gone over some information, but now what I want to do is I really want to talk to you about how we're able to take the worst of the worst traders and get them consistently profitable. Okay. What we've built is we've built a program that ultimately brings people through a framework. Now, this framework is not some random process. In fact, I'll give you a little bit of a story about how this came to be. Several years ago, I was backpacking in Peru, getting ready to hike Machu Picchu, and I had traders contacting me saying, Sean, I really want you to coach me one-on-one. I'm struggling. I need help. I've been watching you trade. You're really good. I just need your help. I said, okay, I can do that, but it's going to take some time, and it's also, it's a commitment, and I have a process that I bring people through, and if you're willing to do the work, then I'm willing to help you. So I did that, and I told myself that if I was able to successfully take a small sample size of traders and get them very good, then what I would do is I would ultimately bring this into the school at the mass level and teach everybody what we were doing. So I spent the better part of 2 years coaching traders one-on-one. And I'm talking, like, we're talking a lot of coaching, guys. Okay. Like, it takes a long time to teach traders one-on-one and get them consistent in a one-on-one environment like that. And what I did was I proved that what I was doing was working at a very high level of success, meaning it wasn't just about the system. I'll explain what I was doing with traders. Okay. And I'm going to show you how we do this with you too, because it's really, really important. The first thing I was doing with traders is I was getting them to build a needs assessment, and I was reverse engineering their income goals so that we can set daily trading objectives so that you could have a risk model. This is a risk model process. And the only people that ever knew what a risk model works for prop firms. In fact, prop firms and institutions force their traders to build risk models, just like any type of big business has a risk model. McDonald's has a risk model. Any successful company has a risk model. They need to know their objectives, their targets, their drawdown, like the things that are necessary to have success. None of that in phase one involves any indicators, charts. You don't even open up your platform. It has nothing to do with the platform. It has everything to do with your money. It has everything to do with how much money you want to make, how much money you have, how much money you can be using, what your objectives are, and whether or not you're actually aligned to hit them. Okay. Then and only then would we bring traders into what we call the strategy section. This is the indicators. This is the indicators. This is the strategy focus. This is the trading system. This is the trading rooms. This is the strategy classes in the afternoons. This is all of the stuff that teaches you the rules for the levels, the rules for the scanners, the rules for trading, everything to do with a system and the strategy and the software and the rules and the entries and the exits are all in here, which is the strategy. Okay. So you need to learn the system that the successful traders are trading to be able to do that. Okay. Then we move you into 3, which is managing the risk reward metrics of your business, the money management, the drawdown management, and the scaling that requires you to either manage the upside and also manage the downside so that you don't take those drawdowns and make them catastrophic. Because everybody's going to get a drawdown, guys. Newsflash, it's part of the business. You need to know how to get out of them quickly and how to see that you're in one. It's called drawdown management. Okay. Now the objective here is that by the end of phase 3, you build a trading plan. Okay. And at the end of phase 3, that trading plan, you will send it in for instructor review. And shadow trading is where the instructors will work with you one-on-one, where we can review your trading plan and we get you taking sample sizes of trades, trading the signature strategy and everything that we've built with you so that you can give us your trade logs and we can study your journals. And the students can actually have an instructor help them with their trades. Like, where else are you going to go that is going to have experienced traders monitor what you're doing and make sure that you're able to get where you need to be, because we can help you do that. Like, it's not even about the system, it's about everything. So we'll review your trading plans, we'll review your trade logs, we'll offer feedback on your trades. We will help you get to where you're ready to scale, and we will help you take your training wheels off. Does everybody understand this? Give me a yes that you think that that would benefit you. How many of you guys would like to have an experienced trader help you after bringing you through a process like this, where you can actually really believe in your abilities to run a profitable trading business? Seen a lot of yeses. Seen a lot of yeses. So let me talk to you. Let me just keep going here. Let's kind of talk, because this is what we're going to do. Here's another example of some trades that I took in the classroom teaching our students. Okay. And the reason I like to show trades is because you notice there's losses on there too. Like, there's a $3,000 loss in that market analyzer right there with the other two $2,500 trades. Like, we're not here to tell you that we're perfect. We're here to tell you that we're really consistent over the long haul and we're good, right? Like, we need to get you there. That's the goal. Okay. So when we meet you in phase 1 and we teach this with our students in the mastermind, it's really about setting your business up for success. Like, we're going to map out your income goals, your reverse engineering targets. Like, everybody trades with different size accounts. Everybody's trading with different objectives. Some traders want to make $100 a day. Some traders want to make $1,000 a day. You're both right. It's not wrong to want what you want, but some people don't have the ability to see that it's possible. Maybe you don't have enough money. Maybe you do. Maybe you're not realizing your winning percentage needs to be at such a level in order to achieve that goal. Maybe you don't realize that you need to hit 2.68 trades in a day based off your plan. Like, I know for me that I need to make $3,487 in a day on 1.6 trades, trading $2,500 risk per trade to make $100,000 a year on a $50,000 account. Mathematically, I have that model mapped out, which tells me that if I can do that 3 out of 5 days a week and I can break even on the other 2, I know that I can hit my nut. But that's a very professional statement to say. Not I guarantee that 99% of you, if I sat you down and I said, what is your risk model? What's your daily target? How many trades a day do you need to hit? And how many can you close out halfway? I don't need to take 2 full targets on 2 winning trades to hit my daily goal. I need to take 1.67 trades, which means 3/4 of the way to target on my second trade, I can close out and I've reached my goal as a trader. I don't need to wait for targets to get hit to make my money. And that's the way, way different way of thinking. Most people need to be right and see that target filled versus, wait a second, I'm already up $900. My goal was 6. I can leave now? You see where I'm going with this? It's about understanding your actual objectives versus what you think is the priority. Okay. Now, here's another trade I took on an apex break, breaking through the VWAP on a nice squeeze. It was a really sexy trade on a $4 stock with really low float. This is a small cap gapper strategy. You know, we have a few different stock strategies, and we do have option strategies as well. But this is just, if you're a stock trader, this will play well to you. Let's talk about strategy focus. There's many different indicators to trade. We teach a lot of different setups, but the objective is to focus on the primaries. If you're a futures, Forex, and crypto trader, we're going to teach you how to master the auction process and trade institutional bank levels of volume. End of story. That's the most profitable system we've ever had. To date, I have more traders profitable trading that than any other system I've seen come through our network. And the reason for that is it's institutional order flow. Institutional money on volume, institutional order flow on auction levels. It's just, you trade where the banks trade. End of story. Like, there's no confusion. Right? Like, I don't need all the extra indicators on my charts to make money. I need to make money consistently. So we're going to teach you how to do that and focus on the primaries. Should you want to add stuff later and should you want to do all that extra stuff later, perfect. But get good first at taking coin out of the bank and then get fancy. If you want to test some ideas, do it in a sim account, but go make your money first. Okay, we're going to fix some problems because a lot of traders have troubleshooting issues. They don't know where the problems are until you realize, okay, wait a second, I'm really good at my entries, but I'm not so good at my exits. Or I'm really good at taking profits, but I struggle getting in because I'm afraid of losing. Right? There's a lot of things that will happen in this journey of step 2. And normally it's because a lot of people don't actually understand the systems that they're trading in and out. And we'll make sure we help you with that. Here's another example of a sector trade. Now, I do trade sector analysis. This is for large caps. So if you're trading large accounts, you could trade this strategy. If you don't have big money, you'll go into the sectors and trade the small caps inside of those sectors, which we talk about in our stock class. And the key here is just knowing that we can cater to everything. Like, we have a trading system for every type of trader: large cap stock traders, small cap stock traders, options traders, futures, Forex, and crypto traders. We have everything mapped out in the Mastermind because we have hundreds of students that trade multiple asset classes. Okay. So let's talk about step 3. This is my favorite. Risk and reward is not the answer, guys. Never was. Most people think that it is because they heard it on some event or some somebody told them somewhere that you need to have a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 to make money, and you don't need to be right. No, you don't need to be right, but who likes feeling like you're wrong all the time? Like, I don't know about you, but like, if I'm not making consistent money with a winning percentage over 50 or 60%, I still don't feel good internally as a person. Like, nobody likes to feel like a failure. So anybody that sits there and tells you that you can really do well in this market with a 30% hit rate, yeah, you can, but how does it feel to lose the other 70% of the time waiting for that next really big grand slam trades? Not everybody's Babe Ruth here. Baseball is won by getting on base. And then eventually sometimes you catch a really big trade. Nothing wrong with that, but it's not about trying to be the big player all the time. It's about making money. Money management is key, but it's not just about, oh, I risk 2% of my account. How mundane is that? Everybody in there, my sister never traded a day in her life, knows what fixed fractional position sizing is. She never even traded. She's like, oh, isn't that where you risk 2% of your money? Like, yeah. Everybody and their dog knows what money management is, but nobody really knows how to scale into a day, scale out of a day, throttle wins, throttle losses down, how to leg in on base hit positions. Like, there's some things that we teach you so that you earn the right to scale up to bigger size, how to brace yourself that you always end positive on the day. Like, these are things that are like really, really important. Most people don't even understand or even available to learn it. Drawdown management. How do you peel out of a drawdown instead of adding to it? How do you know when you're in a drawdown, when you need to get out of it? Very, very important stuff. And the reason for this is we want to prep you into phase 4, and we're going to talk about that. Here's another trade example I took. This was a sexy trade on this is a large cap trade. It was a really sexy trade on a pullback to an EMA confluence level on a low volume node. I went in with some big size. It was a sexy trade. Could have got a whole lot more out of it. You see where that trade went? Went to the second green line. That first green line was my target. The second green line was the other target. Didn't hold on to the whole trade. Don't need to. Wasn't the trading plan. Okay. So phase 4 is where we get involved at the school level. We teach everything up to here in group environments in the mastermind, which is really important because everybody needs to build their trading plan. And then what we do is we get you to submit your trading plan with us. We will review it. We will critique it. And what we will do is we will monitor your trade logs. Okay. We'll work with you one-on-one as an instructor. We consider that to be what we call shadow trading, where we work with you one-on-one as a trader, okay, to help you become a great trader, because everybody needs somebody that knows a whole lot more than them to help them. Nothing wrong with asking for help if we can get you there a lot faster, okay? If we can get you there a lot faster. How many of you guys would like to work with a professional instructor one-on-one, reviewing your trading plan, reviewing your trade logs, giving you feedback on all of your trades, just you? Not in a trading room, not in a group environment, where you send your trading plan in, where you send your trade logs in. We study your trades. We look at the setups. We make sure we can give you feedback on those trades, because we're going to be able to pick away the problems real quick. We're going to pay real attention to it. Okay. So what I want to do here, guys, give me 1 second. 1 second here. I want to show you some stuff. Here's some examples of some student trade logs that they sent us in, like trading journals. And I don't want you to pay attention so much on how much money it is. I want you to pay attention to the stats, the statistics, because you could be trading micros with really, really good statistics, and then down the road scale your trading account. Like, I'll give you an example. This is a true story. You're going to hear the story very soon. We're going to be doing an event on it very soon. I have a trader who came to me before we rolled out the mastermind like this. And he said, Sean, I'm an institutional options trader. I trade large money. And when I say large, we're talking 7, 8 figure accounts, guys, for big family offices in the farming industry. And he trades options. And I trade options in the morning. And I want to learn how to trade futures for myself after I'm done trading for these big kahuns. I said, okay. So we worked together as a coach, and he brought him in, and he wasn't doing so hot at first. But he says, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start trading micros, small size, $25 trades, until my stats are significantly amazing, and then I'm going to scale large money. Where do you think that comment came from? It came from experience. It came from intellect, knowing that it's not about how much money you make when you're proving that what you're doing is good. It's about knowing that if you get very good very quickly, you now have the privilege to scale your business. Nobody got into this business trying to make $100 a day. Whenever I hear somebody say, well, what's your goal? I want to make $100 a day. No, it's not. It really isn't. You all want to make $10,000 a day. End of story. Who doesn't? But you got to get good first before that's even a reality. And it's not luck, because if you get it lucky and you hit it once, you're going to think that everything's good, and then you give it all back to the market and you blow out your account the next week. And that's not a business. That's called roulette. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get you to the point where your focus is on statistics first, because when your statistics are solid, then you can scale. Okay. Here's another example of more trading students. Like, these are just journals traders send us. Like, these are just their logs. Okay. And, looking at their stats. And we're going to get you good at looking at your stats, knowing what they are, what they mean, how to assess them, why they're important. Because this is a trading school. This is a mastermind program. This is not join a trade room, let's follow a leader and just hopefully make some money today. No, my job is to get you to the point where you can look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm ready to load up and make some coin. But you need to earn that. And you need to be around people that are qualified to do that for you. Here's another example of a trader that I did not know was going to succeed or not. I'm going to tell you a story about this trader. He blew me away, just impressed me to this day. I'm just so proud of him because he came to me and I remember the call. Maybe he's on this call or not. I'm not sure if he is or not, but I'm sure he doesn't. I've shared his story before. He had no problem, so I'll share it again. He was in some seriously large options trades, and he was losing on every single one of them when we were on the phone call. And he said, Sean, I don't know how to stop the bleeding, but it doesn't feel so good anymore. And I said, well, you need to stop doing what you're not good at because you're not really good at trading options. In fact, you're terrible at it. Have you made money trading options? He says, no. I said, well, why are you trading options? Well, I don't know. I said, I like options. I said, well, yeah, but you're not good at it. So why are you doing it? He says, well, I never thought about it like that. Well, I'm usually good at everything, he said. Well, yeah, but you're not good at trading options. So you need to stop trading options. So he stopped trading options. He said, well, what do I do then? I said, well, you need to work with us in the mastermind. You need to start trading something that's a little bit easier to understand first and then get good. And this is his trade journal. Like, I've never seen a success story like this. And we're talking someone that I was like, this guy's, I hope I can get him profitable. I hope to God I can get him successful. He's one of the most disciplined traders I know. He sometimes doesn't take a trade for 2 to 3 days because nothing's lining up. And then when they all line up, he just throttles it. And like, for me to see that we can do this based off what we've been able to bring him through the frameworks that we do, I know that I can get you guys to where you need to be. I don't care if you're struggling, and I don't care if you have experience. We're going to strip away everything that's really not doing anything, and we're going to make you great. Because this trader right here is trading the exact same systems as this guy and that guy, okay, and this guy. Trading the same strategies, trading the same software, same setups, same environments. So one of the things that we do, okay, is we have a private group for only masterminds. One of the things with our school is that we have a Discord community of all of our members. And we're talking everybody from one indicator sale to every trader in the industry that's in our school. And then we have a private group. And that private group is for mastermind traders. And the reason is because we post levels before our classrooms open so that you can get really good at seeing where we're going to take trades before they happen. So one of the things that traders always ask me is, what I want to make money while I'm learning. Perfect. This is a great example of follow the leader, make sure that you understand what you're doing before you do it. And then a lot of what happens is a lot of traders will make sure that their levels line up so that they all help and we all help you. Like, we're talking 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 hours before our trade room opens, our instructors are posting all their trade levels. And then we post the trades before and after we take them so you can see real accounts and real fills. So critical, guys. Like, we do the heavy lifting for you in the mastermind as you take your training wheels off. It's a seamless process. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I want to talk to you a little bit about what's included as a mastermind member so that you understand everything that comes with being a part of the mastermind. Okay. Our school has a few different programs that involve different education packages, different software system packages, etc. In the mastermind, you have all of that. So you get access to all of our trading rooms, all of our members area, all of our software. You also get private direct access to me as the business owner, as an instructor, also to my other instructors, Gilbert, and also we've got Jim now coming in for our swing trading service. You'll have access to instructors directly without having to go through email support. You can contact us one-on-one on Discord. We'll respond. Okay. We do private strategy classes in the afternoon where we break down those 4-step frameworks to get you to the fast track process. The objective is to get you to phase 4 as quickly as possible as you build your trading plan so we can start monitoring your trades. Okay. Then what we do is we monitor your shadow trading experience, which means we're going to look over your trading plans. We're going to look over your trade logs. We're going to basically study what you're doing. We're going to make sure we help you. We can log your trades with you. You can understand your trades. We're going to create a shared folder with you so that you can share your trade logs. You can share your trading plan with the instructors. We'll monitor them. We'll mark them. We'll critique them. We'll give feedback on them so that you have an ongoing environment with us as a coach and as a school. Now, we do basic and advanced training on all systems and software criteria. We also have all basic and advanced training on indicators and also strategy focus. You get access to the private members area where only Mastermind members are allowed. It's an invite-only environment. You can't join it unless you're in the environment. And then you get continuous access with us. Plus, you get to earn while you learn. That's one of my favorite things. You get to earn while you learn because we post pre-market instructor trade levels for both futures, Forex, and cryptos. And then for stock scanning, we trade the open. So for stocks, there is no levels because we're trading the open on fundamentals. Okay. So how many of you guys think that sounds pretty solid? Give me a yes if this is something that if interests you, you found value in the communication, because this is where I bring it all home and I give you an opportunity to figure out if this is right for you. Give me a yes if this is of interest to you. Give me a yes if you feel that this is something you've been looking for. Let me know where your head's at. My objective is to get you to the goals that you have so that you don't waste any time. Let me explain a few things. If you say in stealth study mode, truthfully, and I can speak from intelligence on this, is that self-study, no offense, we're not qualified. We're not qualified to do things on our own in this industry. It's just the nature of the beast. Like, I'd love for all of us to say my own intelligence and my own work ethic is going to get me there. Trading is too difficult. It's a difficult space. So if you try to do it on your own, you have a very, very low chance of success. If you just join a trading room and you just follow a leader for a couple hours a day, watching someone else talk for a couple hours, there's a success chance there if you're very good and you're really, really good at listening and having discipline. But it's still going to be a trade-off. Like, there's still a very, very high level of failure in those environments. Where you really start to see the paradigm shifts in the group coaching, where you get to really spend a lot of time doing mastermind topics, stuff that you can't teach in trade rooms, stuff that takes a lot of advanced coaching, a lot of advanced training, a lot of deep dive Q&A, a lot of group environments where you're not in a crowded environment with a whole bunch of people that don't know what's going on. You need to be around really successful people that are able to give you very, very, very good insight, that are qualified to do so. And I don't mean just educators, I mean traders that have gone through this process that are also in there, that are able to help you. And when you have a coach like myself or other educators that are successfully trading in front of large audiences on a consistent basis, what ends up happening is if you have someone like us working with you to monitor your trading plans and monitor your trading journals and critique your trades and let you know where you're doing great and where you're not, you have a very, very high level of success at your potential. Okay. But where I see the disconnect, and I'm going to ask you 4 questions. These 4 questions are critical. Your time. Unfortunately, not everybody's mindset's in the same place. Everybody views their time differently, which I don't understand why, because time is more important than money. Money is the second, right? Everybody's, well, how much is it? And I don't know if I can afford things like this. And what you can't afford is wasting 90 to 60 days or 120 days of your life and not making any money. Truthfully, it's not about money. It's about, what do you value your time worth, right? What is your efforts worth? Because you could go and work for somebody else making $100,000 a year doing something else versus spending the next 3 months or 6 months making $5,000 struggling as a trader, and you've lost 6 months of your life. And that's the problem, is that everybody thinks they're going to be so successful trading that they lose out on the rest of their life because they don't get to where they need to be, when you could have gone and worked for somebody else and made way more money and had a much better quality of life rather than sit behind the screens and slam the keyboard. Okay, now I don't say that to be negative. I say that to be real, because my goal is to help you save on opportunity cost. It's not just the money, and it's not just your time. It's what you could be doing with your time to make more money if you're not successful as a trader. So it's not about how long can I be in this industry and struggle? It's like, I don't want to see a struggle at all anymore. We need to get you to where you need to be quickly and efficiently. If you're not able to successfully be a consistently profitable trader in the first 60 to 90 days, there's a problem. There's something either wrong with you or there's something wrong with the strategy. In the first 30 days of using what we're doing, you should be up and running, sending logs to your instructor. Like, there's no reason why in the first month you should not be able to get through the program, get through the courses, get through the coaching environments, and then send your trading plan to the instructor. If you're not able to do that, then either A, you're not in the classes doing the homework, or B, you're just really busy and it just takes a little bit longer for you. But we're here to fast track your goals. We're not here to slow you down. Okay. So I hope that you see that we value your time, because realistically, that's why you came here, is to limit the amount of time it takes for you to get to the success ratio you want. I am here to tell you that it is a commitment on your part and ours to get you to be a great trader. And one of the things that I can promise you is that I can promise you that success is very highly attainable, because we have a lot of traders that are very successful in our mastermind programs. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up to you guys if you have questions. And I'm just going to share with you a few things, because I know a lot of you guys are asking, how much does it cost? It's actually going to be slightly different for everybody based off of what you're already paying for at the school, if you're a customer or if you're a non-customer. The reason for me not being able to post a price tag here is because we have a mastermind team that works with all of our applications. And what they do is they read your applications to see if you're even a good fit for our program. Because some of you aren't. Like, realistically, I don't mean to be rude, but some of you are not fit for this program. And sometimes we're not fit for you. Like, if you were sitting here trying to tell us that you wanted to buy and sell credit spreads all day, well, we don't do that at our school. So we would not be able to service that demand as a service. So, like, there's things that we need to determine through the application process to make sure that we're a good fit for you and you're a good fit for us. Plus, we want to be able to give you the best discount possible. We want to be able to give you as many discounts as possible, be able to give you a coupon, give you credits for what you're already paying for at the school. If you're already a subscriber, get you off the subscriptions onto the mastermind. Like, we need to pull your file up. We need to read your application. So my objective here is to let you know that if you're very serious about becoming a successful trader, and I don't just mean I want to make a little bit of money, I mean really, really do this time, then fill out the application. Yes, we do, Tony. Yes, there is a payment plan available. Okay, there is a payment plan available. There are strict terms on the payment plan, but there is a payment plan available, so don't struggle on that. Guys, if money is an issue for you, trust me when I say this, as the owner of the business, I've already given authorization to my team to work with you on trying to find the best avenue possible. I don't want finances to be your only barrier to entry. Obviously, these types of services cost money because we have a coaching component, a one-on-one component, a group environment. So it does cost a little bit of money to be a part of something like this. But your life, your business, and your time is worth a whole lot more than the cost of what this is going to be. I can assure you that. Okay. And it's a year program. It's not a monthly thing. You're in it for the year. So one thing I want to mention is the Mastermind is an annual program. You have it for the entire year. Okay. So do me a favor, and if you're really serious, fill out the application form. Please do me a favor that when you fill out the application form, you're going to be prompted to book a Zoom meeting with a mastermind trading expert. I think it's important that I say this, is that the people that you talk to were actually mastermind traders that were struggling, and they're now consistently profitable. NeuroStreet hires from within. Everybody that works for NeuroStreet was once a customer of our school. We don't bring outside help. You're either a trader or you're not, and you've been through our environments. So you're going to book a call. You're going to be able to speak to one of our representatives, and that trader, I believe, it'll be Jim. You'll be booking a call with Jim, and basically what will happen is you'll have the ability to speak to him. Jim was a struggling trader. He is now a consistently profitable trader. He is in the mastermind, and he'll be able to share his journey with you too. But the key here is to know this, is that if you do fill out the application, just be so kind as to show up for the meeting, because our time is very valuable and so is yours, and we respect your time, and we just humbly ask that you don't waste ours. right? So please, we're a very professional business and organization. We ask that if you are going to fill out that application, please don't just dog and not show up, right? Because it's really discerning to the people that spend time waiting to talk to you, right? Because we're here to help you, remember? So that being said, guys, I'm going to run a poll because I have one more question to ask you guys. And the reason for this is I just need to see, where you're at mentally, who you are, and know whether or not we can help you. So it says, I'm ready to accept help and be a mastermind trader. If you're planning on filling out that application, just type a yes, please, so we know to watch for that application to come in. If you would like to speak with us, or if you have concerns or questions, or you're just still not sure about what we were talking about today, do me a favor and just type, please have someone contact me. And if you're just somebody that is really not sure where you're at, and you're just like, I'm just kind of spinning my wheels, but I'm not really ready to do anything right now, and you're just kind of in an information gathering phase, we understand that. But the key here is that we really want to make sure that you do that. And so I'm seeing a bunch of people asking for us to contact you. Do me a favor. If you're requesting us to contact you, please fill out the application. So that is the best way for us to contact you. So if you're asking for please have someone contact me, the best way is to fill out that application. So everybody in here that said, I would like for someone to contact me, fill out the application. Promise me that, guys. That is the best way. And I'll tell you why. Because the application is going to ask a bunch of questions. And that way, when we get on the phone and book the Zoom meeting with you, we'll have a lot of information to go by. So we know you, we know your experience, we know where you've been, we know all of that. Okay. So for all of you who said, please contact me, do me a favor, take this link right now and spend the next 10 minutes after the Zoom and fill it out right away. The reason I suggest filling it out right away is because we have a lot of people right now submitting this form, and we want to make sure that our calendar can fit you in. We don't want to be overbooked and we have to wait to speak to you. Okay. So I see a bunch of people saying, yes, I'm going to fill out the application. I also see a bunch of people saying, yes, please contact me. Everybody that is asking to be contacted, please do me a favor and fill out the application. It is going to help so much for when we do contact you. It will give us the ability to properly service you. Okay. And I'm giving full authorization for my team to give you as big of a discount as humanly possible so that we can help you. Okay, guys? So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the event. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I've got family visiting, so we're going to go to the beach on the weekend and spend some time with some family, which is excellent. So I'm really looking forward to that. And guys, I just really hope that you guys enjoy yourselves. I'm looking forward to hearing about all of the calls that we have with each and every one of you. And did you guys enjoy the presentation? I always welcome feedback. Give me a yes or no, or maybe so. Yeah, Jason, absolutely. We'll send a recording out for sure. Yeah, we'll send a recording out for sure. Yeah, and you'll get all the information. Perfect. So traders, have a great day. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat box now. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Please do me a favor and fill that out. Those applications are critical. That's how we're going to help you. Okay. And I look forward to helping every one of you guys and trading with you guys live in the markets next week. Take care and have yourself a great weekend. Bye for now.